What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got another investing video. We're gonna be talking about Reign of Jafar, one of my favorite sets. I'm gonna be covering different sets. I covered the first chapter. That's definitely, if you're getting into it, you want to buy Hawaiian wholesale product. The stuff you should be looking at. First chapter is what should be looking at. Of course, the new sets. Of course, they got iconics. You're gonna want some of those, but there's a lot of great sets that people probably are not aware of, like Reign of Jafar. In my opinion, it is the best the best non-iconic set. I'll say that. It has great artwork. At one point, it was kind of the best set to open and kind of turn a profit as well. I don't know how it is now, but I'm guessing. I mean, everything's shooting up, so I'm guessing that's probably not the case. Because cases went up, but we seen this is the booster box. We seen this set go, during that little hype around the end of May going into June. And in June, everything started skyrocketing. This box did the same thing. This box was around like, I think 110, 100, maybe $115. And people bought it up all the way to about, I think it went up to about $190 a box, which is crazy. I mean, as a non-iconic set, that's kind of crazy for that box to be, for them to be priced so close like that. But it just, it was all hype. So when I seen that, like I have Reign of Jafar, and I was gonna buy some more just to hold because if you don't know, this set is going out of rotation, so more than likely we're not getting any more. Um, and this that they will put in the packs in the gift sets, and I feel like that's what they do when they have extra packs. They're like, they have the packs. They're like, I'm not gonna make them a product. We're just gonna put it in the gift set, and they kind of dish out the extra packs like that. But yeah, we can go scroll all the way back. I love TCG Player how we can go back and see what was happening. Look at this. The box is $99 on June 12th. $100. This is what it was selling for. Fast forward to mid-June, it ran all the way up. It was getting sales at $190. And now we look at it and it's back down to $150 a box. And that's why when you start seeing stuff move crazy, you don't buy into that. It's gonna come down. This is something you're gonna hear me say a lot. It's gonna have a pullback and it's gonna level off somewhere. And this is at $150, which is like $10 over MSRP. So yeah, if you would have FOMOed in $190, you'd have paid $40 over per box. Now, I think that this is a great buy, and I'm looking at this cases retrace down too. I think the cases were at like $900, and I was like, I'm not paying $900 for a Range of Art case. That don't even, it don't sound right. Like it's still in rotation and all that. Like I'm not paying that. Like it don't make sense. It's a great set. I'm gonna buy some to hold, but it don't make sense. It's just like, yeah, we could look at it right here. 612. It's 430. Ran up to about what seven? Yeah, look, $800 a case. And am I gonna spend $800 on a case of Ranger 4 or Whispers in a Well or Win a Spell or like put the extra money and get Wilds Unknown? Because there's a chance of a bigger hit in those sets. They have iconics, so they're good. They should command a premium. But $600, this is a great price. MSRP is around like $573 a case. So $600 for a case, if you wanna invest in this, it's a great buy in my opinion. A lot of people are just gonna they're gonna always be attracted to the new stuff because it's new. But long term, we gotta think long term. We can't just think about what's happening right now. All of that new stuff has the higher chance of being reprinted. One. Now reprints, I've been holding seal product and moving that way in a hobby and building my collection that way for a couple years now. So I'm not really bothered by reprints. Like when I see reprints, it's like another opportunity to buy. But sets like this is set what is this? This is set 8. So set 8 and back, you can pretty much say like they're not gonna come out and say, hey, we're not gonna reprint it, but there will be no reason for them to go and be like, yeah, we're gonna reprint Shimmering Skies. It goes out in rotation into the summer. We don't, they don't, there's no way to, there's no reason to waste that printing power on these sets when they have all of these other new sets coming out. When they have Wilds Unknown at $250 a box, that's clearly saying, hey, we need more of that. Attack of the Vine, is the beginning of a new block. So that set's going to be in print for the longest. It's going to be in print for the full 2 years. And then the other set will be a little bit less. And the other sets will be in print a little bit less. But Attack of the Vine, for sure, I can definitely see reprints coming for it. But that set's so great, it don't matter. But yeah, Rain of Jafar, definitely a great set. Has this card right in here. I have this card raw. I actually have it sent to PSA being created. I'm a Lion King head. You can tell by the name of the channel, Circle of Ink. Definitely a card I wouldn't say it's underappreciated, but it's definitely undervalued for sure. Disenchanted for sure. This is an amazing. The colors are vivid, and it's just to me, it's just a great, a great design. Got Simba, Nala, got everybody, Timon, Pumbaa. Like it's just a fantastic card to have. This was the top card at one point, but I think the Stitch card was here. Oh, the Stitch card is the top card right now. But you know, everybody loves Stitch. Funny thing is, there were no Stitches on TCG Player for a point. Maybe like a week on TCG Player, there were none. So maybe it got bought out, but now it's back at $405, which is it's kind of crazy. I think, yeah, but like if we go back and look what this card was selling 4 months ago. $185, and now lowest list is 405. It has sell up, shot up, sells up to $600. Bought out $600. They people came and bought it out for $600. That's why you can't fall into that FOMO, because now it reaches down to 405. There probably will be more cards being listed, probably for less. Probably can go on eBay, cut a deal, and get something, you know, for 300, 350. So that's why you gotta stay away when stuff starts going parabolic. You gotta step back and be like, nah, I'm good. This card definitely underrated. Definitely. Lowest list is about $400, but it's Elsa. If you learn anything about this hobby, Elsa is pretty much the GOAT. Like see the Elsa or Mickey Mouse. Those two, if they're in a set, long term is gonna be in demand. There's gonna be people that's gonna be like come in here and be like, I want every set that has her in it, and I want to collect that card. And these cards may get to a point, because there's not a lot of them, they may get to a point where they're just not available. Next option is going to be, all right, I'm gonna pull it. There's people that's gonna be think like that. All right, well, how much is the case? That else is $2 grand raw. How much is the case? 700. They're crack cases. There's people that's gonna do that and then the case price eventually is gonna follow the cards. But long term, the sale is gonna it's gonna outrun the singles. Lorcana is a singles like ran hobby for sure, but eventually with enough time, the sealed will outperform it long term. But yes, has an Elsa, has Stitch, has It No Worries, Jasmine, Rapunzel, has a lot of in demand cards and in demand IPs. It's a great set. So at $600, booster box case, it's a buy. It's a buy all day. I will load up. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.